Some of you know me as part of a management team within our humble family business Growing Green in Pukekohe. But today I comes in as wearing a different hat. I am currently researching in this topic at Massey University. My methods of research is to actually talk to the growers. It's called qualitative. So the information that I'm going to show you today, not long, I'm not good at writing, it's very short, are actually the words from the growers. I don't make this things up. Okay, how do I move this? Okay, so here's the topic. What is the motivation? My motivation is very simple. I'm married to a farmer. So the whole research is basically providing something that growers believe in themselves, take pride in their work, be motivated in passing on their knowledge to the next generation. And for those that are stepping on into the future of this industry or are already the future of this industry, may all of this serve as both encouragement and evidence that your role are vital, valued, and both. Continue. Okay, let's sink in. This research, I've been doing this for 5 years. For the last 12 months, these are the words from our growers, from the industry reports. Again, I don't make this up. We are on the same boat. The growers, in my research, they have different backgrounds. Some have 1 to 3 different generations working together. They grow different crops. They have different production model. I know by now there are different production model. Indoor, outdoor, organic, conventions, niche, commodity, you name it. But they're all facing the same pressure. What's the word that always come out of the table in the kitchen bench that I talking to them? It's out of our control. What do we get to control anything? The weather? I don't think so. The regulations? Maybe? Yes, no? I can't give you an answer. This is the first finding. Our growers understand resilience in 3 different forms. The first one is suffering. What's the words that I hear? We work 24/7. Does that sound familiar? We don't make money. 2-3 years, price hasn't gone up. We don't make profit. Our parents work non-stop. Our children know nothing else. What are they going to do? That is the word, and that is the mentality, and that's how they understand a resilient business. Again, nothing right or wrong. I'm just presenting the facts. We've been suffering for years. Second form, resilient as financially and operationally workable. What's the words that determine that? If it doesn't work, what's the point? Let's drop it. It doesn't make money. Financially, it's not there for us. It doesn't work. Our people's change. The culture has changed. The environment had changed. However my grandmother has done it years ago, it's different how I'm doing it now. It doesn't work anymore. Those are the words. What is the last form? A few of them actually say it really confident. It's a continuous process of learning and changing and keep doing that. And this is not coming from the younger generations. This is coming from an older generation, middle-aged like me. Sometimes even younger, in their 20s. And I feel really excited when I talk to them because, I'm not a positive person. I think it would be the opposite. Everyone would be like, oh, yeah, But these are the words that come out from all our growers, or not all. Whoever willing to actually put their hands up. I'm still recruiting, so please come to see me after. I'll read you the exact words of what they say about learning and change. Resilient should not be confused with suffering. There is the need to keep learning and negotiate when the existing way no longer works, even if it's a fight with our parents. Keep changing until things work. Why not? We have a long history of a business that does not guarantee its future. And what seems to be successful business that we bought into, that we've been given to, is not a successful recipe anymore. I don't want to be a one-man band. I want to change. So that's other words. In the literature, in the academic word, resilient being mistaken as an outcome, as a result. But it's actually not. So when they say that, resilient means suffering, it is a result. It's not a process. You can't be healthy as an immune system just because you're born with it. You may be, but throughout the time, if you don't keep building it, you might not be immune with the weather anymore, and you might feel sick. So that's how I looked at it. If viable, financially workable, operationally workable, it is viable. It's not resilient. It says viable is a word that describes a result or an outcome. So resilient is a process. How do you build that process? And this is how our growers describe to build their process of being resilient. It's nothing new. It's not groundbreaking, isn't it? On a daily basis, they look at the crops, they look at the weather, they talk to people, they go to things like this, benchmarking with each other, talk to suppliers, talk to, everyone, the sun, the sky, the soil. They look at the cost, they look at the financial statement. They start to understand the financial statement. How excited. I'm a finance person. I'm really excited to see a financial statement. And then they follow the market signals. From our buyers, they talk to the buyers, talk to the markets. Most of the growers here understand the term market floors and, buyers and wholesalers. But when challenging times on, and this is another finding, when I ask them, what is the most challenging time in your business? It's not a shocking event. It's not COVID, it's not the storm, it's not anything that most of the New Zealand research is focusing on. Resilient do not happen because there is a shock and then you find out, I'm actually quite resilient. It doesn't actually work like that because according to our growers, those challenging times build up over time. One day, financially, it doesn't work anymore. One day, they realize that people are quitting. One day, they realize they have to sell the land. And that's how they describe challenging times. So what do? Some people are really smart. They keep saving, putting money under their pillow. So they use that to go through difficult time. They go to the bank, they talk to the bank, they take extra loan, lending, overdraft, whatever you call it. Some sell the land as in a very aggressive step, enough to, keep function, not everything. And then they try to protect their revenue. So instead of selling just one crop, two crops, or having 2 main crops, 3 main crops, they have 10 crops, testing crops, and they use it, they sell it just to go through a difficult time. So our growers are very smart. They do everything they could and they do everything they can. They talk to everyone that they could as one they could reach out to make sure that they go through the difficult time. This is not new, isn't it? But what happened after? Some decided to go back to the old way. Some just keep going with however it is, and some keep changing. So the change that make during the challenging time, they keep it. After the challenging time, they sit down, reflecting, talk to each other. A lot of our growers actually involving staff. It's very impressive to me that one young grower actually said, we have a cultural problem with our staff. I didn't actually realize we have substandard. So substandard for a leader is dangerous, and he feels dangerous for his organization. So that is one of the things as well. And he need to keep changing so that one day that substandard is not there anymore and he keep move on, or the whole organization move on. One of the things I actually forget to mention is none of these growers use the word I in the interview. They always say we as an organization. Organization resilience for years has been studied based on the individual psychology and philosophy. It's not like that anymore. It is an effort of a team, of an organization as a holistic approach. Things need to work together, individual, team, and organization. All right, enough talk about that. So, let's marry the concepts together. The growers that describe resilience as endurance or suffering, their changes level are at the routine level, means, I just grow a little bit less, I change the food, I change the seeds. Those are called routine level. I probably don't go out for lunch anymore, I might just cook my own lunch. Those are still routine change because their mentality is individual suffering, personal suffering. I could eat less, I could work more, yeah? Number 2 is financial and operational workable. They actually question, and this is the third finding. They learn how to unlearn. Not new, isn't it? They actually see, you've got to learn how to unlearn the norms, the way of doing things, the rule of thumbs that are always existing. But to them is the boundaries, to them is the limitation to change. And they question that. But you don't stop at questioning, you've got to put it into action. And that's number 2. So what they say and how they understand resilience is actually going quite well, aligning with what they do. Number 3, what do they do there? You can't move from number 2, you can't actually jump from number 1 to number 3 without going through number 2, actually, because without challenging and questioning the norm, you can't change and revise your principle. Again, this, whatever I'm presenting here, is not a recipe to success. Change your purpose, change your identity doesn't guarantee any success. But this is the mentality, the deeper level of thinking, of purpose behind the action. So on the surface, all the practical steps seems to be the same. Oh yeah, 3 of them seems to be selling lands. 3 of them seems to borrow the money from the bank. But do you actually know what's behind that action? This is behind the action. They might be onto something. And that's what our growers are doing to show that they are resilient. Oh, good. Please don't fall asleep on me. All right. All right, good. That's the new slide because the English is correct now. So, common pressures do not produce uniform response. Easy to understand, right? We're all from different backgrounds, we run different things, different baseline, understand different things. So there is no recipe to success. There is no business theory, and I hope you could back me up. There is no business theory that if you take that and you do it and you will succeed. It's not. It's none. It has to work for you. It has to work for your team. It has to work for your organization in general. It might work for the owners, but it might not work for the staff. The depth of learning is what best explains why enterprises facing similar pressures end up on different resilience pathways. It's not who work harder or who face more pressures. We're all in the same boat. I'm not better than you, you're not better than me, actually. When we sit down and we really sit down at somewhere that no one can hear us, the truth come out and the pressures come out. And what do we normally say? It's so hard. But what's so hard? Is it hard because we cannot step one step forward to question our norm? Or is it hard because it's easier to go back to the way that we used to do it? What does this experience actually change inside the business during the challenging time? Did it only change what we did for this season? Did it change the rule we use next season? Or did it change what we believe this business needs to be in for the future, for our next generations, for my 5-year-old son? Right. The depth of learning or change isn't just a matter of willingness. It's shaped by conditions, is my final finding of my research. We can't do it alone. We need support. We need multi-partnerships. We need collaborative. Financially reserves, buyer relationships, succession situation, family involvement, production system. We need a lot. Some enterprises reach the point of questioning their purpose, but go back rather than changing it. It's a choice, isn't it? If you ask me as a CFO, what could we do to actually accelerate the idea of multi-partnership? It is the idea of risk design. Collaborative sounds great, but where do the risks land? In finance, we say high risk, high return. That return only happens if you understand the risk and you navigate through that risk. It won't happen just because you go in and you say, oh, great, high risk, high return. It doesn't actually work like that. In finance, we do something called risk design. What is that risk lane? If there's new policy, who's going to handle the risk? Who's going to handle the financial impact if it's become negative? It's a very complicated design, but it needs a collaborative effort. And it's not just a grower because a grower can't do it alone. We still rely on the conditions around us. Thank you.